REXX, bitch, what up? You ain't talking big checks, then shut up. Just fleshed out another one. Every time I make a track, gotta cut up. I don't keep a gap, but I'm killing these rappers. Take 'em out fast, he ain't looking like a slasher. Triple maniac, they gon' scream he a madman. But homie, move back, I don't wanna have to slash you. Yeah, and I don't wanna have to ask you twice, you finna make me get crabby. Boy, I'm not Patrick, so nothing gets past me. I know you boys cap like the hashling and slasher. That's why I'm moving right past you. No gaps, I ain't even looking at you. Don't act like you really wanna feature. Put me on a track, I would turn you into Casper. Mad dudes really wanted me to lose. Bad news for you cause I'm making moves. Pretty soon you can see me on the news. Up next, don't snooze or I do the Freddy Krueger. Psycho, bitch, I'm really about to lose it. Might go thriller when I hear the music. Might go at the end of the movie. See my eyes glow when I'm hollering when the moon up. Just try me. Any given day could be Friday 13th, bro.
Well, hello, acclaimed rapper, singer, multi-instrumentalist, producer, Renaissance man, TRIP REXX. It is so nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for having me.
How's that for an intro?
It's pretty good. I like it. I like the sound of all that.
You're welcome. Listen, I am so excited. The audience just got a little sneak peek of your tune, Slasher. Talk to me. I want to know two things. One, what was the impetus behind that specific song and writing it, but also the music video?
So it's funny because I dropped the music video actually last Halloween, and I'm kind of just like re-promoting it for this Halloween. But I wrote the song long before Halloween, and I wasn't really like thinking of like making a Halloween song. It just kind of was like the idea, the concept behind it is like, because the main line is like, I don't keep a gap, but I'm killing these rappers. So it's like, you know, I'm not strapped up or anything like that, but you know, I'm nice with it, so I'm killing these other rappers, right? So it was just a metaphor for, you know, me being a dope rapper. But then once I wrote the song, and the whole song, like in the verse and stuff, I'm making slasher movie references. I'm a big horror fan, so I just was like doing that to kind of tie in with the theme of the hook. And then once I, you know, was ready to release the song, it was starting to get close to Halloween, and I was like, this is perfect for Halloween. I'll just, you know, drop it for that, promote it for that. And then the video just came out of that. I had already done the slasher references, and I found a Jason mask and was like, I'm just gonna, you know, do something.
We're ready to go. But that's like,
yeah,
that's something you can promote every Halloween, you know, because
exactly.
I didn't know of you last Halloween, and I was like, holy shit, fuck, excuse my French. That could have been done this year or any year.
Right. Totally. That was my thoughts exactly. That's why when, you know, this year rolled around, I was like, I should just promote this again, because it was already one of my more popular tracks. People liked it a lot. And I was like, maybe, yeah, like you said, maybe some people missed it and they'll still like it. You know what I mean? So
I love it, Trip. Well, listen, we were talking a little bit pre-interview about it, but I'm so excited that you're joining FENIX because
me too.
You're such an unapologetic artist. And having spoken with over 500 artists from around the world in the past 5 months, believe it or not, and
that's a lot.
You have a universality to your messaging and your brand that I think transcends language. And, you know, what are you most excited about the app and also the connecting with other artists around the world? And by the way, my dogs are here, they're Malteses, and they're barking and excited to meet you as well.
I love Maltesers, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think it's so cool that you guys have kind of like sourced everything to one place, you know what I mean? And the fact that like, I can share this with my fans, my family, my friends, and it's just kind of like a one-stop shop for me. Because it's right now as an artist, it's something that I always think about. It's so hard to kind of like get people to every aspect of your brand. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people who I know listen to me on Spotify and maybe watch me on YouTube, or they go on my Instagram stuff, but do they do all of it? Do they also go to my Twitter? Do they also go to my, you know, there's so many different platforms that artists work on, and like there's so many different types of content that we put out. So to be able to kind of put that all in one spot, I think that's a great idea. The fact that like, you know, we can as artists like monetize from that, I think it's perfect for us. And I think it's a really cool idea, and I'm really glad that y'all are doing it.
I love it. Well, my dogs, if they start barking, I apologize, Trip, but they're digging you, my friend. Listen, Trip, question for you. You know, obviously this has been a tough time for all artists these past 18 months, but I'm curious, like what you were able to do throughout these past 18 months to keep those creative juices flowing? And then follow up what you're most optimistic about as the world starts to slowly but surely open up.
Totally, totally. To be honest, you know, I don't feel like I was creatively that affected during COVID. I was creating a ton like during this whole pandemic, especially at the beginning, because I feel like I was like, I'm in the house, I have my, you know, I go to the studio sometimes, but I have a little setup right here. You can't see, but my microphone's right here. But so I was just like, this is a good chance to just, you know, lock in and make a bunch of songs. And even like that happening was like kind of like creatively, you know, just, you know, inspiring me. So I like to take inspiration from everything. Like anything that happens in my life, I can find a way to write a song about it pretty much. So so I would say on that aspect I wasn't that affected. It was more like, you know, the in-person publicity aspect. Like you asked like what I'm most excited about, like now that things are picking up again, is really like going and playing live shows again, going to events, just getting back in the mix and getting my face out there again. But you know, as far as like internet wise, I think I did really well during the pandemic because I actually grew a lot in like several of my, you know, social medias, and I was able to get some of my songs like pretty popping during the last like year and a half, like more so than I was before. So I think I grew a lot during COVID, and now I'm like, yeah, I want to go play shows and like let me really like take that next step now, you know.
I love it, Trip. Well, listen, you are a perfect example of an artist that took the time to not only work on their craft, but to work on themselves, and from this becoming a better artist and human. And that's amazing. And I can't wait to see you live. And I'm so grateful that we're now connected, and I'm grateful for your time today.
Yeah, yours too. Thank you so much. This was a great interview. I had fun.
Thank you.